All of these books were only £17. Ticked off 2 things. It is officially the week of the wedding. It's going to be 31 degrees on our wedding day. I have clearly had a shower and look significantly less like I'm ill. I mean, I'm totally not here for the fact that it is... oh, cute. But it is 4:45 and it's like... it's not dark outside either, it's so clearly sunlight, but it's not really coming into this flat. This is honestly, and I'm sure if you live in England or watch England YouTubers or speak to English people frequently, the worst summer on record. I don't know if that's true, but it's how it feels. Honestly, like, such a terrible, 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 terrible day. This is actually probably gonna go up one when I'm back from my honeymoon, because it's gonna be quite delayed because I'm gonna need time to edit it. I could probably show you this. Hide the like actual confidential information. Look at that. This is mine and Alex's wedding order of service. And this is like the thickest GSM paper, which is like the nerdiest thing to get excited about. But yeah, it's got our hymns in it, our readings, the addresses, the blessings, everything. It's our wedding order of service, which is wild that this is physically in my hand. I'm gonna torture you while I sort out some recycling. Just had a call with the person who's organising like waiters who are gonna help, you know, pour out Prosecco before we get there, take away empty glasses, etc, etc. Yeah. I feel like it's finally coming together. I need to do it this weekend. You know, there's like final checks to make sure you haven't like drastically forgotten something really important. But otherwise, I feel like we're in a pretty good space, which is simultaneously like really nice and absolutely terrifying me because I feel like I forgot something really important. Not gonna lie, I've really become obsessed with rice pudding recently. It's a really bad addiction to have. So I still get notifications about Be Real. Who still actually uses it? I don't think I've posted in like 2 months. But I feel like it had its real moment and then no one really uses it. There is something really boring, monotonous and so unexciting about emptying your bins. One thing we do need to work out this weekend, because the wedding is like super fast upcoming. We're actually going back to my dad's next Wednesday so that we're there ready. The issue is we've got obviously like so many wedding bits. I took a chunk of it back to my dad's house last week or the week before. So there's a chunk of it already there, but there's obviously a massive, that's not a word. There's also a massive chunk of things not there. And we need to work out if we're actually physically able to take them as 2 people on the train. These are just the order of services. These are hefty. This is the seating plan. So yeah, there's some big old boxes and like inconvenient sized things. So we need to kind of work out if there is a way for the 2 of us to travel with that as well as like 6 days worth of stuff. So I finished my eyeliner. This is chaotic. I also need to reply to some WhatsApp messages that have come through. I finished my eyeliner, which is the Makeup by Mario eyeliner. It's just like completely dried up. And I didn't realise how dried up it was until I got a new one out, which is the Ico Black Magic Liquid Eyeliner. And this is like super black, like next level black, which I think this was when I first started using it. But it's like dried out, so it's coming out slightly grey. And I don't think it's the fault of the product. I think it's because I've been using it solidly for like 6 months. I'm not going to take you with us tonight. I'm going out for dinner at a friend's house. We're going to go see them in Clapham, go for a little dog walk with them, which is going to be so freaking adorable. I might film some clips on my phone, but I'm going to leave this here charging. Then they are hosting us for dinner, which is going to be really, really cute. We hosted them for dinner last Christmas, so it's like a very delayed sequel. And then we're gonna have a couple of drinks, maybe go to the pub, obviously we'll head home. Clapham is a really inconvenient route from Greenwich. Like, they're not far away as the crow flies, but like there's not an easy route between these 2 places. Yeah, I will check in with you guys in the morning. I think tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm gonna do a dry run of the wedding makeup, which obviously I will film. It's very exciting, and I will speak to you guys later.
Look at how busy it is. I've ever been. This is really, but honestly not that.
I've now left this in too long, but she's got some serious roots on her, so I'm going to plant them in this pot. Doesn't quite fit in this plant pot at the moment, it kind of like, but we'll go buy a new one, and in the meantime it can slot in there. And then I've got some soil. We've been having this soil. The soil's lasted us like a good 1.5 years.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, think you're something out of my nose.
sizes of pots we have. It's when we brought the plants to the balcony, we kind of just like stored this in the corner down here. So you've got like quite a lot of like, they're like, I think they're called nursing pots. I made a little list earlier of things that I kind of need or want to get achieved this weekend before I get married, which is terrifying. So I get married next week. There it is, plant. Ticked off 2 things. I'm having a little potter day, and next on my list, I don't know if you can just about see it under the bubbles, I'm washing my hairbrushes, which is like something you just never ever do. I have 2 wet brushes that I use on the daily, and I have one in the bathroom, one in the bedroom. And then under here somewhere, I can't remember the exact name of the brand, so I'll have to put it on screen. They gifted me them, but they're actually, because these are like plastic hard bristles, and then these are, I don't know the difference. I'm not very good at like things, but there's like obviously significantly more bristles in there. They're really good if I'm doing like a slicked back look. So yeah, I use both of those brushes, or brush types. I have a big one of these, but I tend to actually use the little one. And yeah, I'm just doing like weird house chores, and now I'm gonna like replenish my reusable cotton rounds for the wash. I need to put them in here. This is obviously dyed. What we do is when we cut back the cheese plant, we put the leaves in here and use it as like greenery for in here, because there's absolutely no light in here, so you can't have a real plant. But it's very much dyed. So I do think I probably need to buy like a decent fake plant to go in here, because these leaves don't last in here that long. They last a couple of months, and I obviously don't want to cut leaves off that often. Ugh. I think I'm gonna call it a day with these 2 leaves, put this in the dishwasher because that was grim. But yeah, I'm just having like a really nice little pottering day, watching YouTube as I go around, doing bits and bobs. You don't want to see the state of the water, but these are the brushes. I'm gonna pop them out here to dry. That wasn't even something on the list, so I now don't know what to do next. I'm just going to keep pottering. There's like bits like this, obviously, that I need tidying up. Oh, there's another brush here. Where did this one come from? Pottering is things like this is a super old Fitbit that has no resale value, even if it's like perfectly functional and the face has fallen off of it. But yeah, I've kept hold of it. Why? Just throw the thing away. So I've just reorganised this. This is my glasses case, which is ridiculously fancy, I'm well aware. Let me just open it up. So these are my like nice sunglasses that came with like a fancy case. I then got these ones, which I'm pretty sure are from TK Maxx, but they're really like loose, so they fall off my face quite a lot, so I don't really wear them. Then got some black ones, some other black ones, some pink ones, and then I picked these ones up at a festival. Just giving it a little clean, and I'm gonna put this back. I just filmed this clip, and then my camera did something really weird where I didn't save it. Take 2. These are honestly cringily dirty, like really bad. So I need to wash them. I use a Birchbox thing, which I got in one of the Birchbox advent calendars like 2, 3, maybe 4 years ago, and then some baby shampoo. I'm gonna wash them up along here, put them outside. I've got quite the list of Watch Now videos in my Watch Now playlist to watch. So I'm slowly making my way through them while we clean. I mean, this mirror, man. Can you now see why I'm pottering? Look at that. Brushes, makeup brushes. These can come inside. Tidied up a little bit. Hoovered the floor, wiped down the table. Been burning some candles. This one's finished. These were just, I think they were from Next. Dad bought them for me for Christmas like over a year ago. So yeah, I'm just kind of burning the very last bit of the last one, and then I finished the set. I did a little bit of tidying up in here. So I tidied up my little bag storage, tidied up the PR bits I have still to talk about, put away some washing. Feeling very accomplished. This was kind of what I needed to achieve today. There's a bit of cleaning that needs to happen in the rest of the house. The bathroom, obviously, as you know. And then this room is like tidy, but could do with a clean. But I think the next plan of action is to try and work out if I can actually fit all of the wedding stuff in the suitcase. So in this cupboard here, all of this stuff down here, down there, here, it's all wedding related. And obviously we need to get that back to Bedfordshire. I have a huge ass suitcase in the top of this wardrobe. Is it up here? Yeah. I'm gonna see how much I can fit in it. So wish me luck. My 2 leather jackets that I feel like at some point I want to be able to fit back into. Whether that will ever happen, I don't know. I got rid of all my other clothes I don't fit into apart from these 2. I don't think I'm quite emotionally ready for it. My 2 leather jackets that I feel like at some point I want to be able to fit back into. Whether that will ever happen, I don't know. I got rid of all my other clothes I don't fit into apart from these 2. I don't think I'm quite emotionally ready for it.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to...
Oh, look at that. So there are a few things that don't fit. One are the order of services, and two are some things that are currently in that Amica bag. But that is most of it, and it fits almost perfectly. Morning, or I guess afternoon, because actually it's 9 minutes past 12. It is now Sunday. I've had the most productive weekend, considering obviously you probably hear I'm not like 100% there. So here's the list. I've just got a few bits left which are all like computer based, and then got to finish off cleaning the flat. We've done the bedroom, we've done the balcony, we just need to do the bathroom and the kitchen. And we went book shopping. So I've obviously become slightly re-obsessed with reading. I get into like habits where I'll read like a stupid number of books for like a couple of months, and then I don't read a single book at all for like 3 or 4 months, and it's like that recurring cycle. All of these books were only £17, which is insane. I went to Oxfam bookshop, picked up a load of books. Some of them I know or recognise, some of them I've literally never heard of in my life, but they just sounded interesting, so I thought I'd pick them up. The first one is called Into the Water, which is by Paula Hawkins, who wrote The Girl on the Train. I've also read another book by her. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of those like sort of detective-y, thriller-y books. I'm looking forward to reading this. All these books I believe were £2.99. Book number 2 is another stereotypical book for me. It's a Stephen King novel, Billy Summers, which is about a person called Billy Summers who is a killer for hire, and basically he goes to do his last job, and then his last job's not what he expects it to be. So yeah, apparently it's a part thriller, part war story, part lyrical portrait of a small town America. I was clearly in a thriller mood. This is where we get to books and authors that I have never heard of, but they sounded quite interesting. Radiance, which is by KatieEmma Valenti, not quite sure. I don't quite know what genre this fits into. Effectively, it's a daughter who goes off to study Venus, the planet, and there's a colony out there. And yeah, she goes out there to like do a documentary on it, but something happens and her team come back, but she doesn't. And I think it's them trying to work out what happened to her through the fragments of the documentary. I'm not quite sure, but it sounded interesting. I've also got this, which is called Ghost Children, which is about a couple who get pregnant, don't want the child, have an abortion, separate, come back years later, and it's about them like trying not to repeat the same mistakes again. So this is like so different to the other ones. Then got, it's called Warlock Holmes. I think his name is Warlock Holmes. The Hellhound of the Baskervilles. Oh no, it's by G.S. Jennings. It did read a little bit like YA fiction, but I actually don't necessarily mind that every so often. And it sounds like it's got the most bizarre plot in the entire world, because there are flesh-eating horses, imps, succubuses, aristocrats, a tricycle fight, a hellhound, I don't know, all sorts of things going on. And the last book I got is by, I think the author is Nell Zink, and then the book is Doxology, I'm not quite sure. But this is basically about a band from the 90s, and they have a daughter called Flora, and it's like following her life. Just thought they were some interesting reads, and all of those books in total came to £17.94, which for 6 books is a bargain. I'm going to keep all the books I read till the end of the year, partly for my own fun and benefit to kind of look at all the books I've read in a year, and also because I can't bother to take them to charity shop yet. We've cleaned the windows and they are so clear. It's one of those house chores that's been on mine and Alex's list since the beginning of August, and it's now the beginning of September and we've just got around to it. That was a very dramatic way to say that we've done everything we had to do. I'm going to do a little trial with my hair and try my hairstyle, my wedding hairstyle, and see if I can affect that again. I've done it twice now. Every time I do it ever slightly differently. I think it's because every time I do it, I learn from the previous time. Did I also tell you I painted my nails? I used the same top coat that I used in the last video because I've never had my hand home painted nails last that long. The colour is the Essie Amuse Me. Ironically, it's like not too far off one of the wedding colours. There you go. That's the kind of vibe we're looking at. A nice little curl, like a plait, and then if I turn around you'll see it. It's like a hair clip. It's very me. It's kind of like what I would wear on the daily. If you watch these vlogs a lot, you'll know that I do like the half up, half down hairdo pretty much every single day. But then it's just like a little bit something because it's got a braid and a hair clip. Next thing's next is makeup. So I'm gonna go wash this off and I'm gonna film that in a different video, but it'll probably be up before this. So I'm gonna wash this off, then I'm gonna do that and I will be right back. It's a little bit later. I obviously look very put together and I have done my makeup, as you can very much tell. This is a very badly packed bag of the makeup that's on my face. Don't know if I'm going to stick with the pink or like go a little bit more brown. Your guess is as good as mine. I've washed every single item of clothing, making it quite a good time to do a quick kind of wardrobe overview. So like this is literally every single piece of clothing is either in this wardrobe or I'm wearing it. Yeah, I mean obviously there's usually a suitcase up there, but I'm using it for wedding storage. And then I also use this for Alex's advent calendar, but I think it's actually missing some boxes, so I might need to recycle it. Jumpers, go from like super thick ones to like slightly thinner ones. This is kind of new in bits I need to try and review. We've then got bags here. I've got 2 handbags and then a kind of weekend bag in there. And I've got 4 little bags here and then my new look bag, which I absolutely love. Then got a little bit of hanging space here. It used to all be hanging, but I've like recently just like filled the wardrobe up. So yeah, I've got a little bit of hanging space here, some blazers, some cardigans, all of my like white tops, my colours, my blacks. And then here I've got my like long dresses. This is all like skincare. So this unit here, which is obviously an Alex 9 drawer. On the top I have fragrances. So it holds skincare, moisturisers, shower gels, eye creams. We then go to serums. This is cleansers, which as you can tell is the bit that I clear out the easiest. Sheet masks and kind of eye masks, and then other face masks. Sun care, body care, other body care bits. This is full of hair care. It's the most chaotic drawer ever. And then these 3 bottom ones have clothing in. So this one holds shorter dresses. These are like more summery dresses. I've then got dungarees, which obviously I don't really wear in the summer, but these are more kind of like autumn scarves. I then have this, which we bought for the old flat because our wardrobes are only about that wide. So obviously we needed something quite skinny, but then also simultaneously a little bit wider than something like this, so we could get the most out of the space. And so this is from IKEA as well. I don't know what they call it, but I'm pretty sure I also used to have this when I was a child. I then have shorts and skirts. Then I have gym wear, which I actually have quite a lot now. And then under here is like the randoms, so Christmas jumpers, vests when it's like really cold, a blanket, my hats. And then everything else lives in these drawers or on the coat rail in the corner. As you can tell, I have a trouser addiction. We are going to have stew for dinner, which is absolutely hilarious considering it's like 27 degrees outside. It is our last day in this flat before we head home to get married. As you can tell, I've just woken up, so my voice sounds a little bit worse for wear. It's getting really, really real. So there's like a few little bits and bobs we need to do this morning, and then when we get home from work this evening, like packing up last minute bits. I need to do things like water the plants for the last time. It makes it sound like we're like either dying or moving.
Turned into Thomas or nothing.
What case do you think I was looking at? Me?
This is the colour shirt that I need for Ollie.
It is officially the week of the wedding. It's actually Thursday, so obviously we've had a couple of days this week. Monday and Tuesday we were at work. Yesterday It was a lot of like errands, just like running around Bedfordshire, picking up things. So yeah, it is now Thursday. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. This bedroom, which used to be my childhood bedroom, but it's now like a front sitting room, it's just full of wedding things. We're pretty much underway. It's going to be 31 degrees on our wedding day. So it's gonna be warm. So we've had to buy a second fridge. Alex and his mother have gone off to collect the champagne. So while they are doing that, I am going to stay here and I'm going to make the ribbon wall, which I'm really looking forward to. So we're either going to do it behind the stage or in the corridor. We haven't quite worked out, but we're making it's like a piece of string. You tie loads of ribbon to it and it's like a wall decoration. I'm making one, maybe two, depending on how much ribbon we have. I imagine only one. I just need to find my father so that I can use his tape measure so I can make sure I'm cutting the ribbon long enough or short enough. And then my other task that we need to do is iron all of the napkins because they are creased. So let me show you a little tour around what is in this room. It's intense. We're also getting 100 chairs delivered here on Saturday. No, on Friday. I'm not really sure we're going to store them, but they're coming nonetheless. Right, so here is all of the stuff that we are collecting for the wedding. We've got table runners, chiffon, orders of service, some candles, fairy lights, uplighting, vases, wedding dress, table seating plan, more vases, the wedding favours, more lighting, more lighting, more lighting, more candles, more lighting, my shoes and my veil, and also my earrings and some flip-flops. Oh my god, I can't fold this up to save my life. So the tablecloth's just arrived, as you can see, which is great. My next job is to go find a measuring tape. I'm just on my phone. I mean, you would think that finding people in loads and loads of rooms made out of glass would be easy. Where is everyone? I found someone. It's acquired. Time to go back into the house and try and measure out some ribbon. Back on my camera now. I actually have no idea what the quality on my phone's really like, especially in like lots of light. Probably not far off this camera. Oh, I dropped the thing on the floor. This, I kind of want to do it outside, but it is really hot. Maybe I can do it in the shade and do it out here and drapes it over the sofa. Look at that. Right, so like I said, I cut 2 bits of ribbon yesterday for no reason other than I got really impatient. This is a long distance. So we've got a few different brands. So I'm going to start with these ones because now I know these need perfectly cutting in half. I will cut these in half and that'll be step number 1. Cut up loads of bits of ribbon into about 2.5 metre lengths. There's actually quite a lot in here because and I need to obviously tie it to a piece of string. I just need to decide how long that piece of string is going to be and how I'm going to keep that piece of string elevated, which is the next thing which I'm going to work on. I made a start. It's tied between that chair and I'm tying in the middle, dragging bits across, tying them on. It's getting there.